then. So when I scoop it, I think that my expression to Mr. Brandon was like, yeah, it's really good. It's really good. And I was so excited. And in fact, tonight we'll be sharing with all our audience here the Manuka honey lozenges later on here.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the most common misconception of Manuka honey, in your opinion?
I think the most, oh goodness, that the bees make it themselves. They don't. They have to go to the Manuka tree. And it is nearly only in New Zealand. It's a native tree in our country. There is a little bit in Australia, but mainly in New Zealand. I think it's probably about they think that the bees just make it up.
Okay, so if you could describe your brand in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words.
3 words.
Quality, purity, and my family.
I like that. I like that. And out of curiosity, how many jars of honey do you produce a year? Oh goodness.
I should know this. But this year, over 500,000 jars, I think, this year.
500,000 jars?
Oh, 1 million. Beg your pardon? 1 million jars. 1 million jars of honey this year.
And we're going to give it up for all our attendees tonight, because in fact tonight's guests, they're actually our special VIP purchasing all the Haddrell's honey. And they get a treat from us because you guys are so supportive of our brand together with Nature's Farm. So please give yourself a big round of applause. You made it happen for us this evening. So please enjoy the food. Okay, so right now I believe that we do have some audience that probably don't have the chance to meet you as always. So I'm sure they might have questions for you. So I would like to invite any questions from the floor. If you have a good question about Manuka honey, or maybe you want to find out the secret recipe. Yeah, I don't know. Something that we could do with Manuka honey, because earlier back in the days when I was interviewing Mr. Brandon, he was telling me that you should make some Manuka honey salad with walnuts, and I remember that till today. Whenever I see him, it reminds me of that, and I tell you, it's really good. Awesome. Okay, so any questions from the floor? Yes, we have one here. Come, I'm going to go to you. Hi. How are you doing tonight? Are you enjoying your main course? Good. I like the expression of good. Okay, so you're enjoying the lamb tonight. Okay. So tell me, what is your name and what questions do you have for Mrs. Moore?
My name is Serene.
Hi,
The
Serene.
question is, for a good Manuka honey, should it be very thick or should it be liquid? Because last time for your brand, I started taking it was very, very thick. Over time, I think it's a little bit more diluted, thick.
Okay, so when we send it from New Zealand, it will be thick, because in New Zealand our temperatures are a little bit cooler. When it gets a little bit more liquid, in itself the quality of the honey hasn't changed at all. It's just that it has got warm. You can thicken it by putting it in the fridge just for maybe overnight, but don't leave it there too long because it will actually go hard. But the quality of the honey is still okay, it has just got warm. If you were in the beehive with the bees, it's actually liquid all the time. But we try and keep it a little bit firm so it is stable and easy for us to transport.
I'm going to pass it to you.
My son bought this Manuka honey from Hong Kong. My son bought one bottle, it was real thick. So he was telling me that it's very good, real thick. So is he right or is he wrong?
Now the thickness doesn't really impact, it doesn't really justify the quality. It's the heat, it's the warmth of the room where it's been stored and how it's been stored. So yeah, generally we like it to be a little bit thicker because it's more stable, but if it's a little bit runnier, it's okay, it's just got warm.
So it's all due to the temperature
The
that's
temperature
around
of the
it.
honey, yeah.
Okay, thank you for your question. Any more questions from the floor? Oh, I have one there. Give me some time to run over to you. Sorry. Hello. Looking very lovely tonight. What is your name? Lily. Okay, Lily, what is the question for Mrs. Moore?
I just don't watch your slide. And you say you store your honey or whatever in those barrels.
Yeah.
And it's stored until there is a requirement
Yes.
So, what is the period of your storage, may I know?
Yeah.
And what kind of material is your storage barrel?
Okay. So very good question. So we use a steel food grade drum. So it's steel on the outside. On the inside, it's got like plastic polymer to protect the honey from the steel, because we don't want the honey to touch the steel. So they're very, very high grade food grade drums. We generally store the honey for around 1 to 2 years, because Manuka honey is like a good red wine. It will actually mature and increase in UMF level over time. We don't want to store it there for much longer than 2 years, even though we can. Honey can be stored for years and years and years if we want to. But I need to sell it so I can make some money.
So we get more space for honey. Okay.
Yeah.
One more question. So does the UMF factor accounted for the duration of the storage?
Is that the duration play a part when you determine the UMF? Is that a question? Okay.
So to a degree, the UMF level will be established when we harvest the honey. We take a test and send it to the laboratory from that drum, and we find out what the UMF level is. Now it might be 5, it might be 10, it might be 12, we don't know. And then we work out whether we're going to store that honey or not, because sometimes if it's say an 8 or a 9, it might increase to 10 or 11 or 12 over 12 months or 18 months. It depends on the quality of the honey. And this is something that Richard, my husband, and Joel, our honey maker, have learned over time. They know whether the honey is good quality or not, whether it will increase. For some of like our UMF 20 plus, it doesn't come magically off the hive at UMF 20. It might have been a 14 or a 12, and we store the honey and it will naturally increase over time. But we've got to store it carefully, and we've got to look after it for you so when it arrives to you, it's still in good quality. Okay?
Thank you. And Miss Lily, you must be consuming Manuka honey for the longest time to come up with such a technical question, yeah? It's not a daily question, yeah? Thank you for your question. I think it's really very useful and informative. Any more questions from the ground? Yeah, okay, we want from gentlemen tonight. Hi, sir. How are you enjoying the meal tonight? Good? Okay.
I do. I'm Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
2 questions for you. How much of your production is exported?
Our production of honey, nearly 95% of our honey is exported.
Second is the digital disruption affect your business model?
Ooh, wow.
Digital. Has it disrupted us? No, I wouldn't say it's disrupted us. It's in some ways expanded our model. When I ran the company on my own, it made my life difficult because it was another avenue that we could sell through, and I was managing everything. Now at ProLife today, we have a very good international team, and we have people who are looking after the digital platform for us and working in that space and focusing on it, because it does require a great deal of focus and time and energy spent on it. I think the cool thing about the digital platform is it's brought me, the producer, the primary producer, the beekeeper, closer to you, the customer. And with all due respect, it doesn't matter if you live in Singapore or in Cambridge in New Zealand. You have the same contact ability. You can contact me with email. You can email me and say, hey, I've got a question. Can you please talk to me? So I think in some ways it's actually made us closer in our relationship, and that's why I come to Singapore so I can talk to you guys.
That's right, and all thanks Nature's Mom as well. Yeah. So, I think that's a very good question. In fact, digital platform has been expanding and evolving around time, and I think that it's always very useful for consumers nowadays to get a better understanding of the brand and the product. And I'm sure that Haddrell's quality is one that is undeniable. Everybody is in love here with it, in fact. Alright, so I'm talking about quality, and I think that, thank you so much Mrs. Moira for sharing with us. And I have a gentleman here, in fact. He is the one that is going to tell us 3 things to look out for when you are purchasing your